So I am driving, and I had to leave. I was staying in a domestic violence shelter out in Woodstock. My ex-husband beat me up the day his girlfriend came into town. He lied and wouldn't just tell me it was his girlfriend. He kept saying a girl that's a friend. It was really just his girlfriend, and he didn't want to tell me that it was somebody that he cheated on me with in Arkansas, who he's still seeing. And he had her come up to his house, and I was living there. And he had her stay at his mom's house, which was 6 blocks away. He bought a new car, bought a new house, got custody of my son, got the dog, got everything. And I've been going on this homeless adventure because my parents beat me up and I lost both the kids. And now my parents don't want to help me with my oldest son anymore. And they told me last time I was out there, I never know what's going to happen. They don't want to take care of my son. He might just end up in the system. And now all of a sudden they did the same thing they did to me by talking him into a fight, beating him up, and getting him arrested, knowing that they weren't going to press charges, but the state would, just like the state did on me, and ruining my life. Now they ruined my son's life too, with help from my parents. This ruins lives. This is ruining people's lives. This battery, unwanted touches battery, is ruining people's lives, and people are taking advantage of it and ruining good people's lives. Because the state will press charges, or the state doesn't know they weren't there. The state is ruining good people's lives. The state came after me, and I fought for self-defense. Had I not fought for self-defense, I would be a victim of the state too. My son is underage, and he got charged with 2 counts of battery, one from both of my parents. His penance is worse than mine, and he's going through the same thing with the same people. And I don't understand how this is okay. My parents lied about where he was. My sister lied about where he was and what happened. Nobody's telling me the truth, and I've been separated from my son on purpose for him to get taken away from me, and this is not okay. I feel like this was all a setup, and I don't know why my kids were taken away from me, but this is a setup because now I don't have custody of either of my children, and my oldest son is potentially a victim of the domestic abuse, as well as now being placed in the system. And I'm not okay with that. I don't consent to that. I want my son back, and I've been doing everything I can do personally to get on my feet to get both of my children back. And I don't think this is justice. This is not liberty. This is not anything this country stands for. It doesn't exist in my life. All our constitutional rights and freedoms have been stripped from me. That's why I want to leave this country. I'm beat up by the police. I can't get it. Like, it just ruined my life. It ruined my life. Being beat up by the police ruined my life. Being beat up by my parents ruined my life. Being beat up by my ex-husband ruined my life. Leaving my first kid's father was a blessing. That's how many times I got beat up because we're so free in this country and people are so kind here. Everyone I loved, everyone I trusted. My parents, my husband, my boyfriend. And the system has actively helped to take my children away from me. Calling me unfit because I'm unstable. I have no house, so I'm an unfit mother. But, I didn't work for it. I wasn't a teacher 11 years. Nobody understands my ex-husband took all my money. I used to work very hard every day of my life. I used to wake up early. I used to take care of over 22 kids every day for 11 years. I'm not a terrible person. I paid my dues. I started from the bottom and I worked my way up, and everything has been taken away from me by the system. I'm not even allowed to teach because there's a mark on my record that I'm a negligent parent because I decided to divorce my husband, and somebody from DHS, the baby napping company, came over and they said I was an unfit mother because my house was dirty because I was leaving my ex-husband. So they put a mark on my record. And being a teacher, I wasn't allowed to teach anymore. It ruined my life because I loved teaching. I went to school for many years to be a teacher. I have all this student loan debt for what? To be told I can't teach because I wanted a divorce and my house was messy. I decided to stay home with my sick child But that made me negligent because I stayed home with my sick son to take care of him. And yet he was there and in the courtroom, which was my own house, because there's a phone court. So I was negligent because my son was homesick. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Now decided my son is being arrested. Nobody even contacted me. I was not even contacted that my son was arrested because my parents were his guardians. And they told me, oh, well, your son beat us up. And I said, where is he? I want to talk to him. And they said, oh, he's already in jail. I didn't even get to talk to my son. He shouldn't have even been brought to jail just because they don't want to take care of him. Because my mom is